When it comes to wartime rivalries in the Star Wars universe, that between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Asajj Ventress is one of the most well known. The two of them had been crossing blades since the early stages of the war, and met in combat in dozens of occasions in the expanded universe. But this rivalry had an interesting undertone. Obi-Wan felt compassion for Ventress, and sought from early on to turn her back to the light. Before we begin, I have a quick disclaimer for all the hardcore fans. This video focuses on the story told in Star Wars Legends, which contradicts the Disney canon story of Asajj Ventress. Caution is therefore advised. Also, if you haven't yet joined our awesome gaming community on both the Clone Wars and Imperial Garry's Mod server, now's a great time to do so, as we're currently doing a heap of Steam game and in-game credit giveaways. All links of course are in the description below. Anyways, onto the video. Obi-Wan Kenobi first crossed paths with Ventress on Dun, a moon of Naboo that had been home to a Gungan colony. Together with Dirge, Ventress had been responsible for the slaughter of the colonists, and had been ordered to kill Kenobi and the 3 Jedi investigating the colony's disappearance when they arrived. Ventress was successful in killing the Jedi Knight Glaive and cutting off the arm of his apprentice, but was unable to kill Kenobi or Anakin Skywalker. She crossed paths with Kenobi a short while later in Kieta, a lab world where the bioweapon used on Dun was being produced, and once more, failed to kill him. Kenobi became interested in Ventress, noting that she thought herself a true Jedi and the others mere pretenders, and attempted to uncover more about her. Ventress, meanwhile, developed a hatred for him, both because of her inability to kill him and because Dooku wanted to turn Kenobi to the dark side to become his apprentice. Ventress wanted to humiliate Kenobi, to break him to the point where Dooku would see that he was an unworthy apprentice. She got her chance on Jabiim. As most of us know, Kenobi was listed as dead on Jabiim when the walker he was inside exploded. Unbeknownst to the Republic, however, Ventress rescued Kenobi and Alpha 17 from the wreckage, and took them to her adopted homeworld of Ratatak. She kept them imprisoned in her fortress there for weeks, torturing them in an attempt to get one to give up information valuable to the Confederacy. Neither cracked, however, and Ventress began to run out of patience. With that said, Kenobi wasn't as worn out as Ventress had previously thought. Together with Alpha, he orchestrated a prisoner escape, distracting the guards of the fortress while he and Alpha sought a way out. But as they did so, the two ran into a former Ratataki warlord, and from him learned the story of Ventress's past, and how she had once been a Jedi before falling to the dark side and conquering the entire planet. Kenobi and Alpha were able to escape, stealing Ventress's starfighter as well as the lightsaber of Ventress's former master, Kai Nerek. Kenobi's interest in Ventress deepened now that her past was made known to him, and he felt sorry for her, wishing to turn her back to the light. But Ventress hated him more than ever, above all other Jedi, and sought on several occasions to kill him. On one such attempt, she tracked him as far as Coruscant, where she instead encountered Anakin Skywalker, who was busy listening to a holo message from his secret wife, Senator Amidala of Naboo. Ventress, now knowing of Skywalker's attachment, attacked him, giving him a burn scar on the right side of his face, and taunting him and saying that she would kill Amidala when she was finished with him. She clearly didn't know that she was playing with fire by saying this, and the duel ended up with her wrapped in live power cables and hurled down an abyss. Ventress was naturally presumed dead after this incident, but Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't too sure. Toward the end of the war, he recruited a reluctant Anakin Skywalker and began a hunt for Ventress, believing her to still be alive. The trail the pair followed led them to Boz Pity, a graveyard world deep in Separatist space. They subsequently called in aid from the Republic to attack the planet, and the Republic sent in some of its best fleet from across the galaxy to help lead the assault. As the Battle of Boz Pity raged both in space and on the ground, Kenobi came to the Confederacy's command center on the planet, within which he found Ventress, alive and suspended in a Bacta tank after cybernetic reconstruction and months of medical work. Ventress leapt out the tank, grabbed her lightsabers, and attacked Kenobi. The pair's duel shifted to the plains below as the rest of the Republic force fought with the droid armies led by both Count Dooku and General Grievous. As Ventress and Kenobi fought outside, Skywalker joined the battle, attempting to kill Ventress once and for all, but Kenobi stopped him, believing she could be redeemed. Ventress nevertheless continued to attack him, and Skywalker had to save his master from multiple attacks. But as the duel went on, the battle finally turned in the Republic's favor, and Dooku and Grievous began to retreat. Ventress attempted to join them, but Dooku calculated that she wouldn't reach the shuttles in time. Instead, he had a Magna Guard shoot her. As Ventress lay badly wounded, Kenobi attempted to convince her that Dooku had betrayed her, only for Ventress to attempt to stab him. Skywalker prevented this, however, finishing Ventress off with a slash across her back. But as Ventress lay dying, she appeared to have a change of heart. As a last-minute reconciliation gesture, she warned Kenobi and Skywalker to watch the center of the galaxy instead of the outer rim and to protect Coruscant, musing that perhaps she had hated Dooku more than she hated them. Kenobi had her body put aboard a medical frigate bound to Coruscant so she could get a proper funeral. But as it would turn out, Asajj Ventress wasn't actually dead. She woke up on the frigate and ordered the pilots to abandon their course, and to take her as far away from the Clone Wars as possible. So that's the story of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Asajj Ventress, and the complex relationship they had. Just a couple of fun facts for you all. The second half of this story was the plot of Star Wars Obsession, a 5-part comic micro-series released as a prequel to Revenge of the Sith. This version of the end of Ventress' story is quite different from what it was in canon per the Star Wars Dark Disciple, and further conflicts with the newer EU material in containing the original death of Adi Gallia at the hands of General Grievous. Now, before you go, I have the following question. If Ventress hadn't woken up until the medical transport had reached Coruscant, what do you think would have happened? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, make sure to join the Geetsly's Gaming Network on Steam and Discord, because we have a lot of really exciting announcements coming up in the next few months, and we're excited to share it with the wider community, so stay tuned, keep updated, and entertain yourself with the current servers we have there at the moment, that of course being the Clone Wars and Imperial roleplay servers. As always though guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.